Okay, Wednesday, 26th of June, 2024. So risk and reward are not necessarily correlated, are not necessarily linked. So there's a nice axiom, so to speak, a nice phrase in the financial space that talks about risk reward ratio. The more you want to make more reward, got to take on more risk. If anything in maths and finance can show with the risk frontier is that that's not always the case. And there's also some very clever financial techniques as well with earnings per share, I believe it is, that metric, to reduce the amount of risk in terms of a financial trade. But I'm not going to talk about that. I want to talk more mental. The more you understand something, you do the research beforehand. You talk to ChatGPT, watch videos on YouTube, talk to people on the ground, for example, or in general, you talk to other people who are or have done what you want to do. The more you learn about something, the risk goes down, because then there are fewer unknown variables out there, and you can predict and plan ahead for more contingencies. You can prepare for more things. Simple. A simple analogy. There's one neighborhood over here which is high quality and good, and another neighborhood over there which is dangerous. Ooh. And if the person who doesn't know which one's good, which one's bad, his chances of success, or risk even, is 50-50. It's that one or this one. Fair enough. But the person who's done the research beforehand, researching, planning, pondering, strategizing, talking, you name it, his odds of getting the right one increase drastically, because it becomes more and more clear to him that, based on his history or the research, well, that one, I know that place. I've heard that place before. My research, it says it's bad. Everyone says it's bad. Don't go there, obviously, okay? It becomes what's called a no-brainer. It becomes blindingly obvious. This one over here, go for that one. So that means then that the more prepared you are for something, the more research you do beforehand, the more you study beforehand, the better the reward will be. The less risk you take intrinsically, because you know what you're doing, and therefore the chance of getting a reward is much higher, because again, you know what you're doing. That's powerful, quite fundamental, that is. Now, there's a nice saying I remember from school years ago: prepare to fail, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. That's it. So if you don't prepare, then get ready to fail, basically. So then in life, in business, in entrepreneurship, in anything you do, is it worth being as prepared as possible? Is it worth doing as much preparation as you want, as you think? And is it possible to do too much planning, too much preparing, too much analysis? Now, practically speaking, yeah, there's a thing called analysis paralysis, but the principle still stands. The more you learn about something, where to go, where not to go, what to do, what not to do, your chances of success increase. Now, is it exponentially? Is it linearly? Is it a bit of both? First it'll be exponential, then after that it'll be linear. It'll be suddenly and then gradually, because you learn a critical mass of things. And then what's very interesting is, as you do more research, you'll find that more and more questions you ask as you search for things will point to the same thing again and again and again. So, where's a good place to go in X city? Where's a good restaurant or cafe to go to? Multiple search results will have different things, but eventually we'll start noticing a pattern. 5 out of 10 of them will say this particular place is good, or 9 out of 10 of them will say that particular place is bad. It just reinforces the point there: that one is bad, this one is good. It's not just, randomly here and there, this one, that one, yeah. But if 9 out of 10 resources point to this thing, this is good, this one's bad, 9 out of 10, then that's clearer signal. That's more clarity in life. And as I talked before on this channel, clarity is very important in life. What to do, what not to do. Powerful stuff. So over time, you start to realize there's patterns, there's commonalities in the research. This is good, that one's bad. Great, that's perfect. It gives more signal, more clarity. Perfect. Now that increases your chance of success, because you know that this place over here is a surefire bet, so to speak. This one's quite good, but over there, you want to avoid like the plague, avoid that place at all costs. Fair enough. And then the more curious we are to learn about these things, the better. Tell me more, watch this, watch that, Google search this, ChatGPT that, this. Perfect. More information, and then we have a clear idea what to do, what not to do. However, and you can't really do too much preparation, by all means, practically speaking, but also practically speaking, there's a nice phenomena that kicks in at one point in the future. I think it's subjective and depends on you individually, called, as I said earlier, analysis paralysis. You've done so much analysis and thinking and planning and research, you're paralyzed. You don't know what to do. You're blinded by options. That's the fallacy we've got here. Too many options and we don't know what to do. Now, that's for you to decide when too much research is enough. There's game theory and action. You've just got to take action eventually, and enough research and planning and pondering, and put your money where your mouth is and just go for it. That's very important in life, because a lot of this is fine in terms of you're making statements that you're going to do and sharing your thoughts and feelings. I want this, I want that, by all means. But eventually, the rubber hits the road and you've got to take action. Fundamental. You've got to take action, just go for it. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. Now, in game theory, I remember a couple of years ago, there was a very nice little equation. I remember the answer, but I can't remember the exact equation. Essentially, it was talking about how much information is the perfect amount of information to know before making a decision. And I remember that it was between 40 and 80%. When you're between 40 and 80% sure of something, that's the sweet spot of when to act. Any more, and it's excessive. It risks going into the realms of analysis paralysis. Any less, and it's too blind. You need more critical information. You need the critical mass of data, information, ideas, concepts, you name it, to make a decision. Between 40 to 80%. And practically speaking, as a rule of thumb, you could say, when you start to get analysis paralysis, not knowing what to do, blinded by options, at that point then, we want to either simplify or take action. Researching is fine and dandy, very fine and useful. Action. There comes a point when it goes from research into action, fair enough. And that then is where you maximize the rewards. I went to Ireland back in April, and I had a very big list of things to see and do while I was there. Very comprehensive list. Did a lot of planning. Landmarks, places, things, food, towns, everything. Routes, everything. It was all planned ahead. And that planning was extremely fun. And that planning, actually, it really, really enhanced the trip there. Because I did and saw a lot of things. I did videos, actually, while I was there. If you look at videos on the vlog, from 12th of April until 30th of April this year, I was in Isle of Man, Northern Ireland, and Republic of Ireland. I did a lot of research for those places, where to go, what to see, what to eat. And it made, the risk was negligible anyway, because I was going to go there and do something. I was going to do something anyway. But because I did a lot of research, preparing and planning ahead, the reward was infinitely higher because I knew what to expect. I knew where to go. I knew what this was. I looked here, looked there, looked here. Google Maps this, ChatGPT that, this, that, this. Powerful. But what's interesting, however, is that, as a quick interesting note, when I landed on the Isle of Man, rented the car, they told me 3 interesting rules on the island, which I'm surprised I didn't come across. There's no national speed limit. Powerful. That's interesting. Okay. There's a certain road in the capital, in this town on the east side, where you have to reverse only. Okay, didn't see that coming. And there's one little bridge on the southwest side of the island. There's a superstition there, tradition, where you have to wave at the fairies. Wave at the fairies. Fair enough. For good luck. Or not to get bad luck even. Fair enough. Okay. But I didn't come across those things in my research. So you could argue I could have prepared more. Maybe ask ChatGPT more original questions. But nonetheless, I overlooked those things. So that's a risk. Ooh, I didn't know about this. Unknown factors. But were those mistakes, were those unknown factors big enough, critical enough to jeopardize or capsize the whole thing? No. Confidently, clearly, suddenly, no. Because I did so much research elsewhere, I had a strong idea where to go. Here, there, this, that, here, there, go here, go there, done. Planned out the route, here, there, do everything. Perfect. Powerful, powerful stuff. And in the end, no regrets. The risk was absolutely minimized, in the sense of not wasting time and nowhere to go, clarity again, and the reward is maximized. And I did loads of videos there as well. So I really maximized my time there. Maximized my time there. Powerful stuff. So risk reward isn't necessarily correlated, but the more you learn, in the words of Warren Buffett, the more you learn, the more you earn. The better prepared you are, the better the result's going to be. That's powerful stuff. And with Ireland, no regrets. And I'm planning something in the next few months, and I need to do much more research in different ways, because it's a little technically different, but much more time involved, but still nonetheless. And it's great fun, planning and ahead and thinking and strategizing. Why? Because the reward, the videos, the time, the experiences, the adventure is infinitely more unique, and that's powerful. I really do like that. It's great fun. So risk and reward is not necessarily correlated, not necessarily linked. They aren't proportional. We want this really. Reward, minimal risk. This is bad. Too much risk, not enough reward. I guess that's okay. You tell me. But this is beautiful. Next to no risk, plenty of reward. Great stuff. No regrets. Cool stuff. But otherwise, you will see me tomorrow.